You discover the craft of your dreams at this year's IAE? Then why not experience it firsthand with a test flight? Many of the vehicles on display at this year's IAE are available to rent from one of our local providers. Thank you for visiting New Baptist Token Expo Center. Stan's preeminent destination for live events and exhibitions. Whether it's innovative specialty craft, reliable workforces, or tried and true dependence, the Intergalactic Airspace Expo is where spaceship enthusiasts come to take flight.
All right, today is day 4 of the International Aerospace Expo, the War at Home. And today, if you can't tell, is the Alien Day. So these are all collaborations with the different alien species or direct conversions of their ships to a human platform. So everything's in the center, in the bottom, no side rooms today because it is a very small group. God, that's still loud. Okay, had to shut the music off. It tends to overwhelm everything. All right, today is alien ships. This is the Banu Defender. It's a light fighter. It's a very interesting ship, kind of crab looking. The arms actually move when it's flying and the little legs pick up. And it is very cool looking ship with its very ergonomic or organic, I should say, shaping. And it can be flown from either side because both sides are pilotable cockpit seats, and they look out of the little eye bubbles. and its weapons are actually fairly good. It's a good fighter, fairly nimble, but it really has a decent SWAT with its, I believe they're ion cannons. So they're very interesting that way. But a good all-around little fighter. This is a Vandul. Oh, let's go. Vandul Blade. And these were actually converted captured Vandul ships that were converted by a company for human use. And let's see. So here I am with my Vandul helmet. I actually really like the blade, as it's another light fighter that's can hold its own. It's a little weird when you get in because watch this guy. You jump on there and it lifts you up into the cockpit. The only other thing is I but I don't like the red interface that it does, because it's like a hacked interface that kind of covers over the Vandul so that the humans can read. Other than that, it's a good ship. This is the Prowler. I like and don't like this ship, mostly because, well, it's a stealth ship and stealth mechanics aren't fully in the game yet. So, and on top of that, it's a troop carrier. Let's see if we can. Yeah, I believe I already done that. So I can't get the side door to open. Where are your... Okay, it's not going to let me open the access door, but it has a ramp that runs up. It comes in here, and you can see the standing seats. So the Taviran will load these up, and everybody has their own door to jump out of. So you're a standing troop in there, they land, you jump directly out, and you can use, well, should have the wing down so that they can use it as a defensible position. Other than that, it is a decent fighter-ish, for its size and, very limited gun capability. It does fairly well. Once stealth actually gets fully integrated into the game, it'll be a much better ship, I'm thinking, but at this point it's still not 100% there. And if you look at it, it has the very feather-like edges from the wings, because when it's in flight it looks like a bird, like all Tavaran ships. And this is another Vandul. And I like it. It's not as good as the Blade, but it definitely hits harder with the cannon. So in that aspect, it's more like the Banu Defender, because it has the big ion cannons out there. I believe they're ion. Then it has the two faster, smaller guns. So these are big slow shooters, then the two little ones are fairly fast shooting little ion cannons. But it's a really interesting ship when it's in flight, because these fold out to be blades, and they look like you should be able to ram another ship and just tear it apart with it. So, but it's also a fairly decent fighter. And this is the Talon. Yeah, this is just the Talon. That's the Talon Shrike. So this is the base model. Has two main guns, and it's a light fighter. But the front end, when you get in, comes out with a little chair. You get on the chair and it pulls you up into it, which makes it rather interesting. But that's also the ejection pod if you eject from the ship. So it's got 4 missiles right there and 2 main guns, and it's a fairly effective little fighter. This is the Shrike, which is the missile variant. So basically just a gun, you know, instead of being a gunship, it's a missile gun or missile carrier. So it has like 20 missiles. So it's actually got quite a few. I think they shoot kind of weird, so it's slower firing off the missiles than like a regular ship would be. Yeah, see, here's the interior of the ship here. I don't know why everything has to be red lighting in the alien ships, but, you know, the Taveran ships were all repurposed after the Taveran were defeated. So, and the Vandul ships were captured and converted for human use. The Apoas were all collaboration between the what are they? Xi'an. So the Xi'an worked with a human company to make these ships. And it's actually really cool, but it folds out. You know, right there, it kind of looks like a mosquito, but when it folds out, it's a star-shaped, very nimble little light fighter. Very, very agile, but kind of doesn't have much in the way of defense. So if you get hit, you come apart really quick, like most of the light fighters. But and downstairs is our other area. Oh, we have the Nox. So the Opoa Nox. It's a very nice floating, single person bike. I really like it. It gives off that very Star Wars vibe, the speeder. The only problem with them is the ride height. When you're out in like a moon or something and you're at full speed and there's a rock in the way and you don't dodge, you really find it hard. And sometimes it will knock you completely off the bike. All right, and here we go. Okay, this is one of the new ships they're working on. Xi'an, a heavy fighter, I think it is. If this guy will move. No, medium fighter. Santok Vei. So it looks like it'll be able to fold up the wings and everything and have 4 cannon or 4 guns on it rather than the 2 of the light fighter. So it'll probably be very nimble and very well armed. And the Banu Merchantman. This one's been in works for a while. It should be in gray box by now. It is a very nice ship that everybody has been waiting for. And as you can see, it's getting more and more detail, so it's probably getting its gold pass, or at least further along in gray box. So hopefully we'll soon have that in game. It's a big trade ship, so you have literal stores on it, so you fly around and do trading with it. It's classified as a blockade runner, so it's really fast and has decent guns. Okay, so here is the Raylan. This was started last year, I think it was. So it's a cargo hauler. And like many of the Xi'an ships, it folds up. I believe this is more Xi'an than human, but it's, configured to be able to be used by both. And it has the levitation text, so it has the little levitation steps that come out. The interesting part is it has these cargo pods that are on the outside of the ship rather than the inside of the ship for your cargo. So these And you see one of these, it has the two turrets that come out front and these big, almost like starfish wings out here. Defend your cargo as you run towards it and your engines, it looks like. But the interior spaces are only for living and systems, so all your cargo is stored on the outside of the ship, which could be an interesting gameplay. But hopefully they'll get that in game soon because it's getting more and more detail on it too. So it's probably further along in the gray box stages as well. But that is everything for today. So thank you for listening to me, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good day.